Hello everybody, I'm Tone 300 and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. Yes, it's been a while. I've been away, well not away, but I've been busy for a couple of weeks and I want to show you what I've been up to. I'm not quite finished with it yet, but hopefully today we'll get it finished together. And I've got to be a bit careful because there's a few monsters nearby. Yeah, we accidentally was looking in the quest book and it turned into night time, and now we've got all sorts spawned below us, but that's fine, we can fly out of here. And I'm actually going to show you what I've been doing. So I've been working on some quests, and this is the one I've been working on, biodiesel. So we need to make biodiesel, right? And it's not as easy as what I thought. So there's another quest, bio for the masses, and it requires us to get ethanol and methanol, along with obviously the biodiesel. So I've tried to see what I can produce, and I've managed to come up with 44 seed oil cells, which isn't enough for what I need. So I've decided to build a biodiesel power station. Yep, I know it sounds crazy, and well, I say it's power station, it's production plant really. We're going to produce lots and lots of biodiesel and see where it takes us really. So I needed to clear some space for this, which I've done. So let's fly down and have a look, shall we? So I've cleared quite a bit of land, guys, so get ready for this. And what was that? Enderman nearby? Yeah, let's get out of here. Hello everybody, I'm Tone 300 and welcome back to GTNH. And I have been very busy. Yes, I'll show you what I've been doing. Well, you can see to my side, I am clearing a huge amount of land at the moment. And I thought I'd just take a break from it today because it's getting very boring, to be honest. And yeah, I'm going to take a break, do a few quests, make a video for you guys and show you what I've been up to and what my plans are. So I'm clearing this huge parcel of land all the way down to the water here, so we're going to clear all of this and even this part here, which is almost like a mountain, which is actually taking a lot longer than I thought, but you know, is what it is. That's GregTech. So I've made myself a new excavator, which has sped things up a bit. It has a vanadium steel head and a diamond tough rod, and what was the other part I used? Can't remember now. But anyway, it's not too bad. We're still living it up. I've only just made it, to be honest, so I'm thinking I might make a new hammer as well, because this is quite slow as well. But anyway, that's not for today. Today we're going to do some quests. Let's fly down and get started. Actually, we're going to drop off these tools as well, because I've been doing a bit of no, that's how we lost the last one. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit more with IC2, just upstating some crops. There's a few gaps at the moment because we lost some to weeds. Right, so we don't want that or that. Don't really want those nether warts. I'm not sure if I've got any space in here to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the quest I think I'm going to do is all related to the rape I'm growing at the moment. This is about as good as it gets at the moment, 1370. We are upstating them slowly, but we're getting there. So yeah, the quests I want to get on with are in MV. You can see I've actually unlocked HV, but we haven't started it because we need to do a bit more MV first. And obviously, yeah, we've still got to make the advanced circuits. So I'm looking up here at plantables, bioorganic mesh, plant mass, biochaff, and all this leads on basically back to biodiesel, and basically it's our fuel for our power setup that we're planning on building. And I'm thinking about putting some sort of power setup where that mountain is that I'm slowly digging away at, and a new base over here. Yep, a new base. That's right. I was going to develop the old one, but I've decided to keep it as it is. And yeah, just start again with a brand new base, huge base. And this is all towards sort of my HV setup, which we're going to have. I know we're currently still in MV, but I'm going to keep that as like an LV base over there. And this will be sort of MV to HV, and we'll upgrade it as we go along. But yeah, over to this side, I'm thinking about putting some sort of power facility to make our biodiesel and whatever we're going to run our power system off. At least we're going to get a good view from up here. So as you can see, I've cleared a lot of land, and over here we have our biodiesel production facility. Now this isn't finished yet, and it still is a huge work in progress. It's not running yet. I'm still testing it and tweaking it and trying to finish it. Let's get down a bit lower. You can see how much land I've cleared. So this land here is going to be for our new base. Yes, we're going to build a new base, a much bigger, much more powerful base, and we need power to run it because we are now in the MV age and approaching HV, so we're going to need lots of power. So yeah, this is what I've been doing, spending a lot of time on this, and hopefully we can get something up and running. Now from outside, you notice there's this new river running through. This was more cosmetic thing I did, just because I didn't want it all just grass or stone or whatever. I didn't want it all hard landscaping. I wanted some water in there. And we've got 4 little water inlets, which they don't feed these tanks, but it's meant to look like they do. So we've got these water tanks, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just about see the other 2 over there. We've got some iron tanks outside. This one's going to be for seed oil. This one's going to be for methanol. And down this end we've got one for wood vinegar. There's a bit of a giveaway. And another one for ethanol. So I've used this sort of scaffold look. These are just iron frame boxes. It's the one down from a scaffold, because scaffolds tend to fall apart when you move one, but these will stay where I want them to. So inside we've got a couple of areas here for growing stuff. We've got our bonsais growing. We've got some salty roots, which are not really growing at the moment. The growth 0%, so I think we're going to need a bit of fertilizer or something, get them going. Down the other end, we have got rape growing, and more space for more rape once we've got some more seeds to put in there. And from the outside, let's go back a little bit. You can see this is our main building here. I've tried to make it look a little bit different. I don't know what you think of the design. We've got like a chimney outlet as well at the top, which is actually a chimney for our new pyrolyzed oven that we've built in here. Now the only thing is, I've actually run out of space. I've put these 2 tanks for biodiesel and glycerol, not sure how you say that, but that's what these 2 tanks are meant for. I didn't realise that I didn't quite have enough space, so I'm going to have to move the pyrolyzed oven over just 1 block, and it should fit, which means moving the chimney as well. So it's a bit of a pain, but you know, we can do it. Got these new laboratory blocks for like walkways, which sound quite cool. Everything's connected together. And then we've started our machine setups, which ultimately I want to look a little bit like this with the covers and blocks of iron. So I'm going to encase it all make it look a bit prettier than it does normally. So what have we got to do to get this up and running, you might be wondering, because I have done quite a lot. I mean, I'll show you downstairs as well. We've got a huge sort of service area, if you like, for pipes and wires, so they're all hidden away as much as possible. We've also got a couple more storage tanks down here that are going to be used for chlorine and hydrogen, I think it is. Some of the byproducts we're going to get. We may end up having to void excesses, I don't know yet. I don't like to void anything, but we'll see how we get on. And yeah, the best way to really explain it is to actually start doing it. So our crop managers are bringing in rape to here, where there will be once where they're powered. So let's get these powered because they've got some rape in them already. And let me just take a few bits with us. We've got all sorts of goodies here stored away, ready to use. And here we are, we just need to connect this up, which should power our crop managers on both sides. Now I was going to wait and get this completed before I showed you, but I thought, do you know what, it's better if we get it up and running together because then you can understand exactly how it all works. So these are not moving. Oh, I probably need to put a cover on this, don't we? A conveyor. So we'll pop that on the crop manager, which should automatically start working in a moment. Hopefully. No, it won't because it's not powered, look. Let's connect that up. Okay, so I think it's already taken a stack. Yep, that's taken it over to this barrel. So they've come in here and down into this barrel. Now there is this other tee off, but that's actually teeing in from the other farm for when we do eventually get that running. So if I put some plates on here, that's the kind of look I'm looking for. Then we're going to need another conveyor to pull items into the fluid extractor. Okay, so that's now going to produce our seed oil through the fluid extractor. Let's turn the auto output off for a moment because I think there's a quest we need to do with these seed oils. Let's just skip the night 1 second. So in our quest book, why is it not detecting this? That's an optional task, it doesn't really matter. Oh, we've already completed it, that's why. But I'm pretty sure there is another quest somewhere. So this one is seed oil. Yeah, we need 64 cells. So I tried using Pam's peanuts and various other things along with the rapeseed and everything else, and yeah, I managed to get 44 cells together. I just want to get the quest complete really. So hopefully this is going to help us complete it. It's going quite quickly really, isn't it? So from there anyway, the seed oil will be taken through the steel fluid pipe and stored out here. So actually we could collect it from here, couldn't we? It's already disappeared. So that means I already connected it up to something else. Seed oil in, seed oil's coming out of here. Oh, where's it going to? So it comes out of the tank again. I've put tanks just so we can visually see how much we're storing. And also I think it's kind of cool because this kind of facility would have huge storage tanks. Oh yeah, so the seed oil is coming up to this chemical reactor. So I think what I would do for now is disconnect the bottom of that tank just so we can get this quest complete. That way we can fill up the storage tank outside. Okay, so we can turn the auto output back on. That should output into that tank for us. We better take some cells with us. Okay, we're not going to have quite enough yet. So we're up to 56. Okay, we can leave that running while we set the rest of the machines up. There is a little bit in here we could also take out. Well, that's one cell's worth for what it's worth. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more rate production, aren't we? Going to have to fill this whole place up. So I'm going to have to be busy on that with IC2 crops, but that's fine. I can do that in my spare time. Okay, so if we look at this, if we press U, we can see the uses. So the recipe we are looking for is methanol, seed oil and sodium hydroxide dust. However, I don't want to use these tiny piles because they're going to be a pain to try and craft. So we are going to go for this one here. So 9 cells of methanol and 54,000 litres of seed oil with 1 sodium hydroxide dust. So that's going to take 270 seconds to make, but it will give us 54,000 litres of biodiesel, so it's kind of worth it. And also 9 glycerol cells. From cells, we're going to have to turn that back to fluids, which we can use the fluid canner for, just thinking to myself. And obviously store in these tanks. But we're a long way off of that because to get this sodium hydroxide is also not very easy, and the methanol. We need both of these before we even think about the biodiesel coming back out, for which I'm going to have to re-establish all of this. And we need to move this over 1 block. So let's get that done. Let's get it done. Let's rebuild the chimney. Let's move it all over. Right, so we're back and we have moved everything over. We've got a few problems to solve on the pyrolyse oven to get it up and running, but we've moved the tanks over one block as well. It all fits in now. We've moved the chimney as well, which wasn't so fun. But yeah, we've moved that over. That's now central with the sort of roof area of that building anyway, so it does look better. And yeah, let's get this pyrolyse oven just quickly sorted out. Maintenance. Screws of loose circuitry burned out. Okay, they're in the toolbox. What else was it? Did something just say that doesn't belong there? Oh, that's alright, it's fine. Circuitry burned out, right. Hang on, why am I clicking it with a screwdriver? I thought that was my soldering iron. There's my soldering iron, needs charging up. What have we got working? This works, doesn't it? Let's charge it up. Okay, I can't bother to wait for that to get to 100. Okay, that's fixed. Hit with a soft mallet. Let's get that done. So, machine processing enabled. Why can we not put the soldering iron away? Everything else goes in there. How strange. Okay, now it does go in there. Maybe didn't want to go away with no charge. Okay, so the pyrolyse oven is running fine again. Steel tanks are moved. We are producing seed oil. And have we got enough yet? To complete our quest? We do! Okay, so that completes seed oil. And we will take the loot bag, my favourite. Just putting some of this away so we've got a little bit more storage. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put all of these back. Let's put them all back in the tank. That was just to complete the quest, so, and then we can get on with the next item on the production, which will be possibly methanol. I've got to say this is one of the biggest projects I've ever undertaken on this game, and I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but it is a lot to think about. So if I go quiet for a second, I apologise, but it is just me thinking what's next. I'm sure you all appreciate that. Right, so seed oil is being produced. That's ready to transfer into here now, so we can go and connect up downstairs again. Let's go and reconnect that tank. Right, so yes, that's fitting up. Okay, it will, excuse me, that will sort of backtrack back and then store it in the tank, I'm guessing, once the pipes are full and that's full. So, is that as much as it holds? I thought we needed like 54 KL. I'm not even sure if it's going to hold that amount because it's got 1.6 in the pipe. Anyway, let's see what happens. We'll leave that going and it might do something, it might not. It might fill up further. I don't know what the capacity... It does say 16,000 out of 16,000 seed oil in there. And the pipe is also full. That could be an issue. Because we need to hold a lot more than that. Yeah, because the recipe states 54,000. And it is an LV recipe, so I don't quite know how we're going to achieve that. It's either that or we're going to have to go back to tiny piles of sodium hydroxide dust, but that's going to create another problem. Because these you can't just create easily, you're going to have to use a crafting table, I think. Yeah, to get the tiny piles. Because every other method produces regular piles of dust. Okay, we'll come back to that. We might have to... I don't know, I'm going to have a think about that. Okay, so we need to produce sodium hydroxide and methanol. So the methanol we're going to distill wood vinegar. That's how we're doing it. It is an MV recipe, however, so that's going to cause us some other problems. So we do have a MV distillery. I've put it up here. We can climb up the scaffold. At the moment it is sat here. And that is as far as we've got with it. So I've left the back of this chimney open as well, so we've got access to the top of the pyrolyzed oven. Could input hatch and bus. I think it's program 7 we're going to need it on, so I've put it on there ready. We need to power this, and we need to power the oven as well. So we've got our energy hatch at the back. Now I was going to use an advanced combustion generator, a buffer, we've got some batteries, we've got some cables. Okay, so we want to power that. Obviously I can just put the batteries in and it will work. But our generator is going to create power. Can we use that power for that distillery as well? That's what I'm thinking. Or do we need to bring the distillery a bit closer? Now I should be able to just kick-start it with, say, the cetane boosted diesel for now, because we need to make biodiesel still. We can pop the batteries in there. It's just going to keep going until we run out, or I suppose it's just recharging the batteries, isn't it? So are we going to need another setup like this? Or can we optimize this? Let's have a look. Maybe we needed to put a cable in between. Mind you, we do have, these cables do have a loss, don't they? 1 EU. I think one will be fine. One piece of cable. Yeah, I'm going to hook it up and try and use the power for the distillery as well. So let's put the buffer back in place. The thing is, did we waste that bit of diesel? I think we did. We don't have to do that too often. Let's place this underneath again. Okay, so that's going to run our pyrolyzed oven, and then we're going to tee off to the distillery now. We might bring the distillery a bit closer. Once we're producing diesel, we can pipe back round and supply this generator with some biodiesel. So is there somewhere better we can put that distillery? Because that's quite a long way to run the cables, and I don't know if it's going to run okay. I suppose we could try it and just see. I don't know how many EU this recipe is. There's a lot of recipes. I think we should move this downstairs. We're going to need some more pipes in that case. There's not really anywhere to, but I suppose we could remove part of this wall. I don't really need this scaffold here. I've got one that side for getting up and down. Okay, yes, we've got our cable here. Place our distillery there. So we've still got the top and bottom open for any pipes. So methanol. Right, so we need the wood vinegar in and the methanol out, program 4. So our wood vinegar tank is there. Have we connected up our output? No, we don't. So this is the output for the wood vinegar, which we need to get over here somewhere. So that's going to be the wood vinegar coming in. Let's just grab some more steel pipes. I always try and prepare as much material as I can before I do any of this, but there is a chance we won't have enough, as always. I also don't really want it just being a mess of pipes down here. So I think what we're going to do is take it along the floor. We can cover this with iron covers so we can still walk through nicely. Okay, let's just stop it sloshing around too much. So yeah, that's going to be our wood vinegar to our distillery. And we actually need to start producing some wood vinegar. So the pyrolyzed oven is working, and we don't have a great deal of bonsais, but we do have some. Wow. That's produced a lot of wood. Oh, apples as well, because it's oak saplings. Okay, so we'll take those out because we can eat those. So we haven't eaten a star fruit yet. What else have we got in here? We'll just let it select whatever it thinks we should eat. There we go. So from this crop manager we've got, right, we've got tin item pipe, we've got power. I say we've got power, let me just check because we might not have. I can't remember if it's all connected or not. Looks like it might be. Yep, so we have power. We've got our water going in. So our tin item pipe coming out needs an LV cover, doesn't it? Okay, so stuff is now moving. Now we haven't got anywhere to put the apples. That's the only thing we forgot to do. But there's a space here. I could squeeze another barrel in if we have one. Pretty sure I've still got some left. So let's place another barrel there, connect that up. And this is going to be for apples. Okay, we're going to have to either upgrade these or empty these periodically. I am going to set up something for the saplings, which I can't spell, but that's brew water and saplings into biomass. So basically in Distillery we can put the saplings and some water and we can turn that into biomass. That biomass we can then send into this basic distillery and turn into ethanol, which we're then going to store in a tank outside. So that was my plan for the saplings. I did, however, forget about the apples. So yes, we can eat them, but we might have to void them or something. Unless they've got a better use. What can we use apples for? I'll try and find a use for everything. Fruit juice. Apple smoothies. It's all food though, isn't it? We can compress them into plant balls. We can actually turn them into methane gas as well. Okay, so there's a couple of options there. Plant balls I could see being useful because that we can use. Yes, we can turn the plant balls into raw biofibre, and then from there we can turn them into bioorganic mesh, which is a quest I've done before I did any recording. But so the apples could have a use yet. I don't know how we're going to implement that in yet because I haven't thought about it at all, but there is food for thought, quite literally. Okay, so do we want to connect this up and make, we could get that running as well. That's going to need power and everything. No, we don't need that. What am I doing? Put that back. We can also output. So let's put the output to there. Oh, we do need one to pull it back out of the barrel. Silly me. Input allow out, input or output, whatever it is. So that should now pull those out. Yep, that's taken into the brewery. So if I click on this, you'll see with water we can make biomass. With fruit juice we can make biomass. Takes longer, uses more power, but you do get more out. I'm not too fast, we'll just connect water to it. We're going to need some more fluid pipes, which, do we have any more wooden fluid pipes? Searching my various backpacks. Don't think we do, so we'll have to go and get some of those, or make some. We could use the steel ones, but that seems like a bit of a waste. Doesn't all go very far. I'll use these for now and I'll upgrade them later, or downgrade them rather, to wood. Okay, we need to also power this. Okay, so that's now running. That will now produce ethanol. Which brings us back to here. Do we have, what's going on? We need to get this wood out of here into the pyrolyzed oven. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Okay, that will now feed into the pyrolyzed oven, which don't actually think it's connected the other end. I'm going to go and check. No, it isn't. And we need some tin iron pipes, which we've got in one of our backpacks, thankfully. I'm hoping I've got this right. Let me just check. Yes, that produces wood vinegar. And it is working. The smoke is going up our chimney. Right. So we are producing wood vinegar. Our output hatch is connected. All those lead off to the tank outside, which I'm just going to go and check that that's connected as well, but I think it is. Yep, that's connected. Our other tank's connected, ready for our ethanol as well. Hey, I was hoping to see some wood vinegar going, and there we go. It's gone in and straight back out though. So that's then going off to somewhere else. I honestly can't remember where it's going next. Where's the wood vinegar going? Let's have a look. Let's follow the pipe. So this is the wood vinegar pipe. Oh yes, it's going back into that distillery, isn't it? Yep, there it is. So we've got methanol already. Oh, brilliant. So it's processed the wood vinegar into methanol. Like so. Even if that recipe there. So that methanol we then need to get over to our fluid canner here. So have I done all the pipe work? Methanol in. Oh, that's from the tank. Yeah, we're going to have to sort these pipes out. We don't want all this sloshing around. I'll just do a few of them for now, just to get us going. I'll tell you what. I want to see if the methanol actually goes into this tank first, before it starts coming back out again. So we need to feed it from the distillery up into this pipe here, which is connected to the top of our methanol tank. So we do have a chimney in the way, but we do have some space. Right, so just trying to find the best route across here. So I keep hearing this funny background noise, and I think it's actually one of the machines. Is it the pyrolyse oven? That sort of weird humming noise. That was really distracting me. I thought something was going on in the background. I kept taking off my headphones just to listen, and there is nothing. And it's actually, I think, one of the machines making a funny sort of grumbling noise. Right, anyhow, so we're going to connect this up. And the only way I can see doing it is across the front of the oven, which I don't really like, but it's something that I've got to go through the wall, which again isn't going to look very nice. I don't mind it coming out. I suppose it could come out one block. How about we take it up like so. That's literally as high as I can go, otherwise we're going to be really on the outside. I don't know why I don't like taking all of them out. I just feel like I'm going to use them all if I take them. Okay, so I've put some arrows on them. Yeah, I just don't want too much fluid sloshing around everywhere. And yeah, that is our methanol tank. Right, so we should be able to enable the output now for this. Right, fluid auto output. That should now be going into our tank outside. And we've beat it there, we've raced it through the pipes. Let's see, hopefully it comes out here. Hey, here comes the methanol. So we are now producing methanol, but we also need to actually put this into some cells for a quest. There's one there, methanol, but we need to complete. How do we complete biodiesel before we do methanol? With ethanol or methanol and seed oil, you can make biodiesel. Yeah, but we haven't made methanol yet. Okay, so it's kind of blocking. Hang on, fermented biomass is blocking it. Yeah, so we need to follow this tree down before we make the... okay. So we've got to make some biochaff in that case. Right. That's something we'll have to come back to, I think. Because we need to finish our factory. We're going to get sidetracked otherwise, aren't we? Plant balls, which we can get from the apples. So we're going to have to centrifuge plant mass. We're going to have to macerate plant balls. Plant balls we can get from doing something with apples. I can't remember what. Compressing 8 apples gives us plant balls. Alright, we've already got a load of apples anyway. I feel like we need to do this before we can go any further. GregTech is making us do something. Alright, I know we've got loads and loads of plant balls somewhere. Here they are. Alright, I'll have a stack of those. Alright. Right, so we've got to compress these. I'm pretty sure. Now we've got to macerate them into plant mass. Yes. How many do we need? We need 64 biochaff, which means we need 64 of the plant mass. But we can straight away, as soon as we get some, put it in the centrifuge. It takes 15 seconds per operation. Ah, I have already done this. Okay. Here's some I made earlier, everyone, that I completely forgot I did. So basically I was trying to record an episode before I did this episode, and I couldn't get enough seed oil together to do anything, so I kind of abandoned it and thought I'd build this factory. And that was a couple of weeks ago, and obviously I've been very occupied and forgot I even did this. So yeah, there we go. Let's take... Ooh. I'm still going to take the loot bag because I can make everything else. Thank you. Okay, we are running out of inventory space. Okay, so we've got various different options here. We can go down the pyrolyzed oven method, which obviously we've already made a pyrolyzed oven. We haven't made an industrial coke oven. So we've just got to choose one of these. We can either make a fluid canner, fluid-solid canning machine. First way you get biomass out of biochaff is using ICC fluid canner, 1 bucket water and 1 biochaff gives 1 bucket of biomass. This option is not really recommended. You should focus on GT machines. Okay, not IC2, but I like IC2. It also has some buggy interaction. Okay. Advanced brewery. If you're lucky to and have found some brewing stands, or have started using Thermcraft, which we have. To make one, you can craft a brewery. You can get 1000 MB of biomass out of 1000 MB of water and 1 biochaff. Well, wave 3 is the pyrolyzed oven and the industrial coke oven. You only have to submit one of these. EV machine casings. Surely we're not quite that far ahead yet. So I think probably this way then, way 2. Advanced brewery. I don't think we have any more brewing stands knocking around. I'm not sure if T works on this, if we've got the blaze rods or not. Let's head upstairs to our Thermcraft area. We do have some blaze rods. One thing we don't have is much inventory space. We've got to go through quite a process, haven't we? And this episode is not meant to be about this. Right, 1 second, I'll be back again in 1 moment. So we are back again, and we now have what we need so we can make this brewing stand. So we've got our cauldron to add in, we've charged up our wand, and it's been quite a while since I've done this, so screws and rods and rings, and let's put our wand in and get ourselves a brewing stand. Okay, so now we have another brewing stand, we can carry on and make the advanced brewery, these nodes fully. So we're going to need a couple of circuits, hole, pump, glass, cables. Oh, which ones do we need? Oh, we need 20 of everything. I've managed to sort out the rest of the components. We've run out of inventory space, so find that. Let's see if we can make it in here. Okay, just the 2 cables and 2 glass. Right, and 2 cables, where did they go? There they are. Okay, that's our advanced brewery. Right, let's claim our rewards, which I'm going to take the loot bag again, surprise, surprise. Okay, so next, biomass. Okay, well, we've already got this kind of set up, haven't we, in our new power plant. I keep calling it power plant, our biodiesel facility. Let's just put those away. Look at that expert bit of flying there. Right, so we want to distill biomass to ethanol. Right, no, but we want the biomass, which we do have some made. How many? Oh, we need 64 cells worth. Right. Can we use this? Could in a pyrolyzed oven. That means resetting what we're doing already. Oh, batteries are dead. Oh, we are out of power. Yeah, because we need this other type of fuel. Okay, this is going to continue making methanol, I believe. Are we out of wood yet? So it's making the wood vinegar, which is coming back into here, making methanol. Do we want to disrupt it? We could do, just to get this quest done. I could just throw it in the brewery, couldn't we? Yeah, that would get it done. Because this is making only a small amount at a time. Let's see what this makes. We're back again and we now have our biomass. So we've completed that. Let's just take our loot bag again. And now it wants us to do the fermented biomass. So I've already made a fermenter. I haven't bothered with the advanced one at the moment because it doesn't need to be. I'm just going to place it anywhere for now just so we can get the quest done. It doesn't even need to be on the floor. Let's just link that up. We'll throw in our cells. Okay, we'll just have to leave it doing its thing because it doesn't make much at a time, but you know, it's quite quick, so it will do it. And while I was away, I also noticed, well, we had noticed earlier our salt roots were not growing. Now, I have since put some fertilizer in here and enables the hydration and fertilisation, and now they are growing. But humidity 17 here, humidity over here is only 7. Now, when I was growing them originally, the humidity I think was 7 or 10. Yeah, it's 10 around here. So, but these grow without me fertilising. I've got no crop manager. Just a bit strange. So yeah, not sure what's going on with that, but if the humidity affects them growing or not. I mean, if it was on 0, the humidity I'd understand, but it's higher, so would they not grow better? I mean, some of these are covered. Does that matter? There's fresh air there, though. Don't know. That's something we need to look into. Right, back to our quest. All this running around, we're burning through food. Okie dokie. So we've done that. We can. Let's get the fluid outputting into fluid also output. So to make ethanol, it needs to be on program 1. I don't know why you want to turn it back to water, but if you want to, you can. Do we need no, we don't need 1,000, do we? We need power though. That might help. There's my pickaxe. There it is. Too many tools. Okay, so let's move the output. Too many times I fall through holes in the floor. I need to finish this place. And wire cutters back, please. Of course, I'm not going to be able to connect it. Let's move that. Okay, so that's dealing with all of those issues. So that's ethanol being produced, which can go straight out to the tank. Now, if we want to up our biodiesel later, we can use ethanol and seed oil as well. Speaking of which, I mentioned earlier about we can only hold 16,000 litres of seed oil. Well, as my little sign says, why don't I switch it and put the methanol in here, because then I only need 9,000, and the cells can go in here. I can hold 54,000 in cells with no problem. So I'm going to switch around that pipe and that pipe basically. So we start canning the seed oil up. Let's just get rid of this sign now. We might lose a little bit of seed oil in the process, but so be it. So how are we going to do this? Let me just sort out this inventory a little bit. So this hasn't had anything in it yet. So seed oil. No, we don't want to connect into that. We're going up. So then this one, which is methanol, well, it will be methanol, now needs to come up in place of the seed oil. Okay, I'm going to put my signs back on just so I know what's going on. So this should be methanol. Methanol in. Let's go into the chemical reactor. And seed oil in. Canning machine. Okay. And this is still going. This is a little bit slow, but we'll keep working on that. Okay, so what we need to do is take this seed oil out now. Bring that over there. Okay, so we've emptied all the seed oil out. That's now going to come round into here. I don't see what it matters. Empty cells should work. Of course, we're not powered again yet, are we? So much to do still. Okay, I saw that light up, so that's working. That's going to start canning up our seed oil, which we then want to output into our chemical reactor. So we'll pretend it's done all of those as well. We'll put that in there, and this is going to take our methanol directly from our methanol tank but we need to finish off this other quest, don't we, before we do that, because we need the methanol. Yeah, this might take a little while. I'm just going to stand here and wait because I want to get this done in order, so I'll pause for a moment and I'll be straight back with you. So we now can collect the last little bit of our fermented biomass, like so. It should complete our quest. I'm just going to leave that there for now. Actually, no, I'm not, because we don't want it there. Let's go back upstairs. Right, let's hand in this quest. Bet you can't guess which one I'm going for. Yeah, of course I am. We'll open all these shortly as well. See what we get as usual. So that completes that one. That unlocks Advanced Distillery. We have already made one of these, obviously. So it's over here, but I don't really want to break it, do I? Is it going to matter? Program 4? No, it's not really going to affect anything. Let's get that complete as well. Put that back. Program 4, and we want to fluid auto output, I think it was, wasn't it? So yeah, the fluid is the methanol, I believe. Right. Which brings us to our next quest, actually, once we've handed this one in as well. 2 good circuits. That is tempting because they always come in handy. Oh, we'll just try our luck with that. We're not doing too bad for circuits. Okay. Methanol, methane gas, ethanol. I think we can do all of these, to be honest. Let's have a look. So ethanol. Anything we might stuff us a little bit is the empty cells. Can't do it there. Okay, so shame we can't really empty out our cells. Unless we've got any more anyway. Let's have a look. Where are we? Nothing here. Downstairs, look. Right, where have they gone? Let's press T again. In here? Ah, 1 cell. Any more anywhere? Yeah, I just saw something flashing over here. Another 41 there. Okay, that's good. We've got another stack of cells. So, I know for a fact we've got methane gas. Quite a lot of it. So we'll get that one done. And ethanol we also have lots of here as well. I can't actually remember what quest we were doing to get all of this. It's something we set up a while ago. Hydrogen gas. That should be going into here. Well, it is, but it's full. Chlorine, no, oxygen. There's so many processes we've set up. And we're just not utilising them at the moment. But they are getting the quest done, aren't they? So, right, let's get that done. Methane gas's burn value of blah 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 can be burned in a gas turbine. So we could actually run a base off methane, in theory. Okay, we'll get the ethanol one done as well. put some of these coins away as well in a minute because they're building up. In fact, let's pull them all out. Was that the other one? I think it was. No, it's the farmer ones. Okay, let's go and collect our ethanol. Chuck those back in there. Actually getting a good lot of quests done here. Just waiting for my cells back. Don't need the 2 and the biomass. Not sure what it's going to be used for yet, so I'm going to store that. I'm sure we'll be back for it. Okay, next on our list is to do is methanol, 64 methanol cells. So I do have them, yep, the cells. Just remembered the methanol's down here. So now we're getting this done, assuming we've got enough, which we have. That means we can connect up the methanol tank to the chemical reactor and possibly actually make our first biodiesel. Yep, because that's unlocked as well. Well, it was unlocked already, but you know. Diamond tank. Tempted. I'm just going to take the loot bags every time, I think. Okay. So that's completed methanol. I'm going to put the methanol back in there. I'm going to hold on for the cells because we need them for the biodiesel as well. But I don't want to forget where they are. Look at that, 9 loot bags. Let's see how many quests we've got done already. So, back over to this setup. So we need to get the methanol into here. So we need to connect up that methanol tank and let the fluid start running. Where are we? Okay, so methanol is on its way. Yep, that's nicely filling up. So I think we only need 9,000 litres of it now. Let's do that one. So that's what we were trying to do, but I've switched it around. So basically we can do this one now. So it'll give us 54 biodiesel cells and some glycerol. Sodium hydroxide dust. We have one in there already. We also have a load in our chest, but we want to start producing it. So before I let that, do you know what? Let's test it. Let's actually make that biodiesel. Right, that should pull that into there. Could take up to 20 seconds. Hopefully not. There it goes. And that should be making our biodiesel. How long does it take? 270 seconds. Okay, that's going to take 2 or 3 minutes. So while we're waiting, we'll come over to this setup, which is to make our sodium hydroxide. We're also going to have to go to sleep again because it's night time, just about. I'm really pleased with how this is working out. I know it's taking a bit longer than we normally spend on an episode, but I feel like we need to get this done. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on this behind the scenes. Right. Sodium production. So if we electrolyse salts, we will get sodium. If we then mix sodium and water in a chemical reactor, we will get sodium hydroxide. Why is that not coming here? Okay, let's move the output to that side. So that's the water going in. Now we're going to need a cover to pull the sodium in, but before I do that, I think we want to get our production running. So salt. This is where the salty roots come in. We can chemical bath salty roots. With water, and we get salt, or 95% chance of salt, 80% rock salt, and 50% saltpeter dust. So we need some water in here. We do have some nearby. We need some fluid pipes. We never did make those wooden fluid pipes, did we? I'm hoping I've got some. Three? Oh, we've got small ones. We can take the small ones. If we need to upgrade them, we can do that. I've got to say, I think it's looking really good. Even the ocelots that come to have a look, they're thinking, wow, what have you built? What is this? It's amazing. You don't really want to go in there, mate. There's a lot of chemicals. Don't get trapped in here. What are you doing? You're going to be trapped down there forever. I'll send him out later, don't worry, family. Okay. We don't have time to chase cats around. What is he doing? That's it, up there. Go on, go up there. Okay, so we'll have to output that in that direction. So that's the water in. Gonna need a conveyor coming in. We also need to actually get, because I've put these in here myself, we need to get our salty roots coming in. It should all be connected. Probably need a conveyor. Let's take it with us. Oh no, we've run out. We've run out of conveyors. Back to base we go. Don't know how many we need. We're taking 6. And actually, we might need some more food, so yeah, although we've got lots and lots of this, we've eaten it all, so we need to cycle through our foods. Actually, let's take some hamburgers. They'll keep us going for a bit. Now, the only problem is I don't actually know how long this episode's going to end up because I've cut it so many times, lots of little short videos, that I don't know how long this is all going to add up to. So hopefully not too long for you, but we shall see. Okay, so salty roots. I'll try and get this done as quick as I can. We have 74 in here, so we're doing all right. They are still growing. Fertilizer is still in there. Right, that should automatically export. Yeah, it is. Good, good. Obviously, we're going to need to produce a lot more salty roots than this, but that's not too bad a start. Right, we're going to need another conveyor. That should just pull that in, I think. No, it won't. I need to import it. There we go. They're coming in. We need some power. Bingo, we're up and running. Right, so that's going to produce our salty roots. Have I got a cover on this side? Doesn't look like it. I don't need a cover on that side. I can do auto output. Item auto output, that should feed these 3 barrels. From there we want to pull the salt out into our electrolyzer. Hopefully that's going to pull in a minute. Yep, there's our salt. We need to lock that to salt. Let's turn this machine on. Okay, electrolyzing the salt will give us sodium, and I think it gives us chlorine as well, which should be linked up. Right, so we have no outputs turned on yet. And let's put the fluid auto output on the back. Okay, so that gets the fluid out. Now we can put another conveyor on this side of the machine, and that should just automatically work now because that is on export. Hopefully that's going to export into there. All these barrels enables us to like visually see what's going on as well, making sure we're not running out of something, because some things take a lot longer. Right, so now we need to pull those back out again. So we're going to pull those into the chemical reactor. We're then going to connect that up. And nothing happens. Okay, let's have a look. So uses of sodium are... We might just need more of it. It needs to be on program 1. Easily fixed. Now we should actually be able to start repairing some of this base now. Okay, so we can see we've got nowhere for that. Oh, we have got something for the hydrogen to go there. That's fine. So we're going to fluid auto output. And then our sodium hydroxide dust, I'm going to put a conveyor on this side. And that can just pull itself out over into this one. Ready to make more biodiesel. As you can see, we have 54 biodiesel cells. The Quest, however, I think wants 64, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Right, I do know for a fact I have some more biodiesel, so I'm going to go and get that. I remember seeing, I think, 32 cells down here in our storage chest with all our different fluids in. It's biogas, it's not biodiesel. I wonder if we do have any. No, we don't. Okay, so we need to do something about that. basically. Do we have more cells? Yes, we do. Okay, everything is waiting. We just need the empty cells to return here, which they will do because I have a fluid canner as well to do this, but I don't want it to do it yet because we need 64. So let's put in another 10. No, it's going to have to be another 54, isn't it? It's just okay, so that will produce some more. It might take a few minutes, but while we're doing that, we can decorate. Although, are we finished? Not quite. We're almost finished. I'm just going to leave this side open for a moment. In fact, we should be good. I mean, we could even join that all into one. Yeah, we'll build all this right up. Look at that. That does look a lot better than all that mess, doesn't it? Quite simple to do as well. Okay, we need one more seed oil cell. We're just short, look at this. Oh, I don't think it's going to be long. We'll have some coming in. So this side's fully functioning now. Start to close this off. Kind of feel like there should be an access behind there, but does look a lot better like that. We just need a little bit more seed oil. Just so we can finish this process. kind of like that it tells you what it's doing. Perhaps we can, I don't know, put some instructions on the wall or something. Just so we know what's going on. I tend to forget otherwise what each machine's doing. I guess you could argue it doesn't really matter as long as it's working. And you can see the pipes come out above. Ah, that's what's there. I was thinking, why won't one place there? Oh, no, I've done it again. Right, so the machines are looking a lot prettier. I suppose we should do something with this one as well, but I don't know if the iron plates are going to look right really there. That's not too bad. Right, come on, where's our seed oil? Have we done it? Do we need to take these out, do you think? What's going on? Oh, maybe this needs to output somewhere. Yeah, because it hasn't got enough space. Why did we not set that up? Okay, so we need to put the output on the back. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. Fluid auto output. It's not working. We might need to go behind and have a look what's going on. Right, so we've got the fluid pipe behind there. We need those. Why have we got one salty root? Oh man, now we trapped ourselves. What are we doing? We'll find a way out. Okay. Fluid pipes. Let's link you back up. Right, we found our problem. It's because we can only mix up large amounts at a time. I'm going to leave this open for a minute because we've got to do something with the canning machine as well. And we're going to need to fluid also output up, but also item out the back. And we're going to need to put a conveyor on this to export. Right, I definitely know this is turning into a 2-hour episode. I may even split it into 2 halves. We've got another 200 seconds to go, so have we got any more conveyors? We're going to need them. Yeah, so basically we're going to need, I don't really want to do it yet, because I don't want them being decanned. I need those 10 cells to finish the quest. I think everything else is now done on this. Okay, while we're waiting, we'll just have a recap, shall we? So yeah, what we've done is create a biodiesel plant, and I think it's pretty amazing. We have external storage tanks for seed oil, for methanol, I think this one is. Down the other end we have wood vinegar storage and ethanol storage. Underneath the base, or the plant should I say, it's not a base. Underneath here we have storage for chlorine and hydrogen gas. Now obviously these are going to fill up eventually, so we're going to have to find a way of dealing with that. We might have to use them for something, or failing that we might have to void it, I don't know. Or build more storage, of course. It's always an option. I think it's pretty cool, isn't it? Did you see these little walkways as well? These go to the water tanks so we can monitor their levels. This one is actually dropping. It might be because we're pulling so much water off it. We can combat that by linking them all together. So that one is full. We might have to deal with that. We have charcoal left over in the pyrolyzed oven coming down here. This may get utilised, but it will do at some point. Our rape farm will go nicely. We're going to add to that as well, increase our rape production for our seed oil. Yeah, all this is all a work in progress. This is now an operational biodiesel plant. As you can see, we have got our glycerol, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know still. And this will be for biodiesel once we enable it through this canning machine. We have it. And we have nowhere to put this. Let's just drop that out a sec so we can complete the quest. So yeah, what will now happen is we're going to enable, what we're going to do is we're going to put a cover on there. That will then export the biodiesel cells into here, like so. we can complete our quest and get another loot bag. Fabulous. And let's store these coins in our adventure backpack. Right, so we've got biodiesel in here. Now what you say? So the empty cells are going to be returned to this fluid canner via this item pipe. So we're going to need, we'll put a conveyor on the back. And that should do it automatically. That should be set. We want to put the output facing up for the fluid, and we're going to enable fluid output. Okay, so the cells have gone into the item pipe. They should come back here. They are doing. They're going to get filled up and repeat the process. And the biodiesel is filling up over here. Woohoo! We have done it. We have produced biodiesel, everybody, and we are now storing it, ready for use. This is now ready to power the MVH in full effect. Obviously, we've got to link that background, but we'll do that. We'll get that sorted out. That's going to run our pyrolyzed oven as well as our distillery over here. And eventually, hopefully, it's going to power our new base. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys, because I'm pretty pleased with this. Looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please leave me some comments. Sorry it took me so long, but yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button as many times as you want. The more the better. And we'll see you again soon for another wonderful episode on GT New Horizons. Bye for now, guys.